Baseball, America's pastime. A sport of skill, strategy, and precision. But let's not sugarcoat it. Beneath the veneer of home runs and perfect pitches lies a battlefield where freak accidents and gruesome injuries have etched their mark on the game's storied history. Buckle up, because today, we're diving headfirst, pun intended, into the 10 worst injuries in baseball history. Bryce Florie's comebacker nightmare. We kick things off with Bryce Florie, a name that might make even the toughest players wince. Picture this. It's 2000, Fenway Park, and Florie's on the mound for the Red Sox. The batter? Ryan Thompson. Thompson smashes a line drive that rockets straight into Florie's face. The crowd gasps. Blood gushes as Florie collapses. The damage? A shattered cheekbone, broken orbital bones, and a nightmare that every pitcher fears. Though he made a valiant return, let's be real. This injury was career-altering. But what's even more striking is the resilience it took for Florie to step back onto the mound. Imagine walking back into a job where the worst-case scenario already happened. Florie's story is a testament to the mental toughness it takes to play baseball. The incident also sparked debates about pitcher safety, eventually leading to changes in protective gear for players. Tony Conigliaro's career cut short. Next up, Tony Conigliaro, a Red Sox slugger destined for greatness, until one pitch changed everything. In 1967, a fastball from Jack Hamilton veered inside, smashing into Conigliaro's cheekbone and eye socket. The result? Permanent damage to his vision and a career that never fully recovered. This wasn't just an injury, it was a tragedy. A promising career derailed in a split second. Brutal. Conigliaro's injury sent shockwaves through Major League Baseball. This wasn't just about one player's dreams. It was a wake-up call for how the sport approached player safety. Helmets weren't as robust back then, and Conigliaro's accident directly influenced the push for better protective gear. Fans still wonder, what heights could he have reached if not for that one pitch? Moises Alou's awful ankle. Moises Alou, a name synonymous with skill and, unfortunately, pain. The year is 1993. Alou is chasing a fly ball when, snap, his ankle twists grotesquely as he collides with the outfield wall. The image is burned into the memories of every fan who saw it. Alou's Achilles tendon, torn, his season over, the comeback, Herculean. But that injury was enough to make anyone question their career choices. Alou's determination to recover was nothing short of legendary. He didn't just come back, he excelled, proving that sometimes the toughest battles are fought off the field. His injury also reignited discussions about field design and safety protocols for players near the walls. To this day, it stands as a turning point in how stadiums approach outfield collisions. Ray Chapman's fatal fastball. This one's not for the faint of heart. In 1920, Cleveland's Ray Chapman faced Yankees pitcher Carl Mays. Mays' pitch, a high inside fastball, struck Chapman's head. No helmets back then, folks. Chapman collapsed and later died from a fractured skull. The tragedy was a wake-up call, leading to significant safety changes in the game, including the introduction of batting helmets. A grim milestone in baseball history, but one that shaped the sport. Chapman's death wasn't just a loss for Cleveland, it was a national shock. The tragedy forced MLB to confront its responsibilities to player safety, ushering in changes that protect batters to this day. Yet the incident still serves as a haunting reminder of baseball's inherent risks. Dave Draveki's arm shatters. Inspirational and devastating. That's the story of Dave Dravecki. After battling cancer and returning to the mound in 1989, Draveki's comeback story took a horrifying turn. Mid-pitch, his arm snapped, audible even to fans in the stands. The cancer had weakened his humerus, leading to this catastrophic injury. Draveki's courage is legendary, but this moment remains one of the most haunting in baseball lore. Draveki's journey is a poignant mix of triumph and tragedy. His initial return inspired millions, but his devastating injury underscored the toll that such battles take on the body. His story continues to inspire athletes and cancer survivors alike, proving that resilience isn't always about winning. Sometimes it's about continuing to fight. Buster Posey's collision catastrophe. San Francisco Giants fans still grimace at the mention of this one. 2011, a home plate collision between Buster Posey and Scott Cousins. The result? A fractured fibula and torn ligaments in Posey's ankle. The aftermath was so impactful that Major League Baseball redefined the rules for home plate collisions. Posey's injury didn't just break bones, it changed the game itself. Posey's recovery was as impressive as it was swift, and his eventual return to the field solidified his status as one of the game's greats. This injury wasn't just about one player, it catalyzed a movement to prioritize safety while preserving the spirit of competition. Pete Reiser's reckless abandon. Pete Reiser played like every game was his last, and in 1947, that fearless style came back to bite him. Chasing a fly ball, Reiser slammed headfirst into a concrete wall. The result? A fractured skull, severe concussion, and weeks in the hospital. Reiser's career was marred by injuries, but this was the most brutal. A cautionary tale for players who dare to go all out. Reiser's fearless approach endeared him to fans, but often left him vulnerable to catastrophic injuries. His story serves as a stark reminder of the fine line between bravery and recklessness. Modern players owe much to pioneers like Reiser, whose sacrifices paved the way for better safety measures in the sport. Bo Jackson's hip horror. Bo Jackson, the two-sport phenom, seemed invincible until 1991. A routine tackle in football dislocated his hip, severing blood vessels and leading to a vascular necrosis. Jackson's baseball career? Never the same. Though he fought back, the injury robbed us of witnessing Bo at his peak. The man was a legend, but even legends can fall. Bo's determination to return was nothing short of superhuman. Though his days of dominating two sports were over, his transition to a new chapter showed that even legends can reinvent themselves. His story is a testament to resilience and adaptability, inspiring athletes to push through adversity. Herb Score's eye injury. The year is 1957. Cleveland's Herb Score, a fireballing pitcher with a limitless future, is on the mound. Gil McDougald smashes a line drive straight into Score's face. The impact? Devastating. A shattered orbital bone and severe eye damage. Though Score returned to the game, he was never the same. What could have been one of the greatest pitching careers in history was tragically cut short. Score's injury remains one of the most shocking in MLB history. Yet his determination to recover and his grace in handling the aftermath cemented his legacy as a class act in baseball. His story is a bittersweet reminder of how quickly dreams can be disrupted. Tommy John's pioneering surgery. And here we are, the #1 worst injury, or is it the most transformative? Tommy John's elbow injury in 1974 led to the groundbreaking surgery that now bears his name. Ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction, folks. Without it, countless careers would have ended prematurely. Tommy John's injury was gruesome, sure, but it gave birth to a medical revolution that's reshaped baseball forever. John's decision to undergo the then experimental procedure didn't just save his career, it redefined the trajectory of sports medicine. Today, Tommy John's surgery is practically a rite of passage for pitchers, proving that even the darkest moments can lead to breakthroughs that change the game. And there you have it, the 10 worst injuries in baseball history. Moments of pain, perseverance, and profound impact. These stories remind us that even in a game of stats and strategy, the human element is what truly defines baseball. So next time you're watching a game, take a moment to appreciate the risks these players take every time they step onto the field. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey through baseball's darker moments, hit that subscribe button. We've got more stories where this came from. See you next time, Slugger.